welcome back to the shop. My name's David, and we're here with a 2019 Ninja 650. We're doing a full exhaust install, and then we're going to be flashing it and tuning it on our dyno. We've already done the baseline, and yeah, we're going to go ahead and pull her apart. All right, so we got all the fairings off, so we can get these headers off and the muffler, which is all one piece. It's welded together. We did run into some small issue here. We found an oil leak that's, we don't exactly know where it's coming from yet, because it could either be coming off the drain plug and then blowing as he's riding in the wind and carrying around the chain, or it could be coming out of the seal back here behind the sprocket. So we're going to go ahead and probably clean all this up, get the exhaust off, and go from there. And now, ready? Yep. Ready, steady, go. All right, so we got the headers off and the muffler off the bike, and we're going to go ahead and clean this up and install the other exhaust, and hopefully we can see where this leak's coming from up here while it's running, and we don't have to physically put it on the dyno and, you know, run it and make oil pressure. We may have to, though. That may be what happens, is I may have to put it on the dyno, and we'll see. So the nice thing about these Ninja 650s is when you do the exhaust and the headers on them, you don't even have to take the radiator off the brackets and like maneuver it forward or anything. It'll come out just the way it is. It actually makes it a lot easier than normal bikes. All right, we have a full Kropovich titanium. I'm pretty sure it's titanium. It feels like it's titanium. This might be stainless. I think it's stainless. Anyways, exhaust. We're gonna go ahead and put the bracket on the muffler, and then probably get the deal with taking the baffle out, because nobody likes those anyways. And we'll get it on the bike. I'm gonna install the headers first and go from there. System. Take a shot of that. Cruising. That's going to perform nicely, I bet. Bike stock made 61 horsepower, and then we'll go with the second one because it dropped off on the third run, and with the exhaust it made 64. So we picked up about 3 horsepower, and if you look at the AFR with the exhaust, it's 13.2. and it was 12.9 when it was stopped. So it leaned it out a little bit. I would say all over, even over here it's 12.2 and it was 11.7 before. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go in and
take the ECU out of it, we'll flash it, I'll make a couple fueling adjustments, some timing adjustments, and we'll see what that does. It should run a lot smoother. I can tell the throttle response is kind of like lurchy right now, so I know I can smooth that out and it'll help. But if you look, I'm making a single graph, so it makes sense. The red one was stock, and then the blue one is with the exhaust. Both runs were stock ECU unflashed.
The reason I have all the fairings off the bike still is, one, for airflow, it'll keep it cooler while it's on the dyno here, and two, I have to take the tank off to get to the ECU, which is underneath here. The fairings have to be off for you to do what you got to do, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. Just got these stickers for the ECUs. Every generation of bike has different cables, so you have to have cables for every bike, and then you have to have boxes for every ECU. So this is for a Denso ECU, this is for a Keen ECU, which is for like a Honda, this is a Mitsubishi ECU, this one's a Denso ECU, this is for a Yamaha ECU, Decan. So every bike has to have one. Here's one for Ducati. See how it says duck? A lot of investment in the cables to make this whole thing happen. So now I gotta go down to my Kawasaki drawer. I need to look for that Ninja 650. I know it's here somewhere. Alright, so the ECU's finished flashing. I'm gonna unhook it and we'll put it back in the bike, and we'll do a dyno pull and see if it gained anything. Made the final, what I think is the final adjustment here, and it should be running pretty smooth. It was pretty smooth. I just had to make some fuel adjustments. I figured out which map it needed to be in, and now I'm putting the ECU on one-handed. They're pulling a lot of fuel out from 9,000 to 10,000 RPM because factory that only has a 9,600 RPM rev limiter, so it's never really going past that point anyways from the factory. Here, hold the ECU. So I got to go in and dump a little fuel up top up there because it's running lean when you go past. Fuel in the one spot, and now it's up here, see? So now if I can just get this more down over here, the red, looking good. Needs more fuel up top. Third time's a charm, third time's a charm. Fourth time.
was full of hills. I didn't like it.
Finish up the dyno tuning in the ECU flash. It made 60 horsepower and 45 foot-pounds of torque stock, and I got to make 66 horsepower and 40, we'll say 46 and a half foot-pounds of torque. So I picked up a pound and a half of torque, and then obviously 6 horsepower to the tire. And you can see obviously in what ranges where it made more power. It's making 65 horsepower from 59. And here it was tremendous. I mean, it was only making 52 and I'm making 65 there. So it definitely, you can see in the graph, you look here with the camera, there's a gain even in the torque. So yeah, customer should be pretty happy. We're gonna go ahead and get her off the dyno, put it back together. Alright, we got the bike done, the exhaust is installed, we tuned it on the dyno, and yeah, we're pretty happy with how it came out. It runs good. 6 horsepower to the tire, and about 2 foot-pounds of torque almost. And yeah, it runs a lot smoother. I think the customer's going to be very happy. So don't forget to like and subscribe.